Hey, what's good, guys? I just wanted to start up a quick little stream, probably just be like 15, 20 minutes or so, as I go through my land plots. But I had ran into an issue, and I just wanted to capture it on stream in case you guys are having the same conundrum. So I have no builds going on right now. No builders being used, which is bad. I almost always want something being built or worked on, upgraded, etc. And I have everything upgraded that I can possibly upgrade. All of my silos are fully upgraded to where I can upgrade them anyway. I need the engineering workshop 5. For that, I need some fuel, so Nexus has to get to 5, and I need Krypton for that. That's getting pretty close. Let's see, 5.5 hours on that, and 3.5 hours on that. So once this Solon dredge finishes up, I'll probably just use it to convert to Hyperion, because I get 2 to 1 for that. So I think it's just the most. It's gonna slow me down because I could use that Solon for something. I think actually the workshop, yeah, the workshop would use that Solon to upgrade to to Engineering Workshop 5. So it would be really useful, but I'll get more bang for my buck if I wait for a little bit and let that Solon turn into 2 Hyperion, and then once that I get 2 Hyperion, I can turn that one of those Hyperion back into 2 Solon, and I can use the other one to turn into Krypton or whatever else I want, or I can just use it. So yeah, it's a little bit slower, but initially, but I think long term it's gonna raise my output because I'll have double the resources to work with, double the fuel to work with. So, but anyway, so long made a long story out of that. But my issue right now is that I can't just build a new storage unit. I want to eventually have enough hydrogen silo to get to 1.1 million, if you guys saw my last video, so I can place the singularity scanner down. I don't have nearly enough storage for that yet, so I'm just continuously adding and adding and adding to my hydrogen storage, but I'm at my limit right now, 30 out of 30. So what I want to do is, because these converters are giving me so many elements, so many resources. This level 1 mine, I can't upgrade it anymore because I don't have another, um, what do you call it, outcrop for it, or deposit, silicon deposit for it. So I'm not able to upgrade it at all for it to become any more efficient than it currently is. So it's basically useless to me right now, at this point, because it's only 300, less than 300 rewards for that land slot. So what I'm just gonna do is go ahead and sell it, and that'll open up a building for me, and I can keep this converter next to it, and it's still getting benefit for the adjacency bonus. So that's good, but now I have an extra land slot before I upgrade, so I'm just going to use that to place another hydrogen silo. That was it. That was the big issue for this one, and I mean, I had a solution for it in mind, but I just wanted to share that with you guys in case you were kind of wondering what you should do in a similar situation. The other thing that I could do is get rid of some of these power stations. Right now, this power station is helping out my condenser plant. So there's no adjacency bonus for this next to any lakes. I don't have any lakes on this land plot, so just trying to get that closer to 100% with this power station, and it also is helping out this Hyperion converter, which I talked about last time. It's not doing anything in terms of efficiency, because the default is 70%. This is at 80%, so just in case you're not interested in watching my last video, or you just missed it for whatever reason, I'll just say it now, that the jump from 70 to 80% has changed nothing in terms of these numbers. So maybe when it scales up and I get more converters and it gets upgraded farther, so there's like more numbers to work with, it might make a difference. But for right now, that jump from 70 to 80 has made no difference. So that's another thing that I can do if I start running out of space again. But for right now, I can just keep working on this hydrogen silo. And maybe in, well, this one, yeah, maybe in 3 hours, I'll have this Krypton here that I can use to upgrade the Nexus. And then upgrading the silo to 4 will probably take maybe about 3 hours if like 2 hours. So I might be sitting for a little bit. I could also consider selling this excavator, just because my plant does so much. The converter does so much more than this does. I get, less than 5,000 for it. This thing gives me 28,000. So if I were to upgrade it though, it would give me 14,000, which is pretty good, but it costs a Krypton, and Krypton is pretty hard to come by for right now. So yeah, I think if I run out of space again and I really need to do something, or I really want to do something before that Nexus is complete, that's something I can consider. But I'm not in a hurry, and I feel like if I have to sit and waste this builder for an hour, that's not the end of the world. I've got to sleep sometimes too, and those builders are getting wasted during my sleep time, so it's not terrible. But yeah, that's it for Crystal Shores. We can just go through the rest of them real quick. Okay. Ooh, my Solon's done here. Heck yeah. All right. Well, I can start up a new one immediately, and then I can convert that for 1 to 2 into either Krypton, which is super useful because that's how I can upgrade my Nexus. So I think that's what I'm going to prioritize over the Hyperion here, which I could use to convert to Hyperion too. But I think for now, the Krypton is going to be a little bit more valuable for me. So that's what I'm going to do. Going to go ahead and hit convert on that and get 2 Krypton for the 1 Solon. And that will take about 18 hours. And just replenish everything. Sure, why not? Okay. I've got such an excess of hydrogen right now. I'm okay wasting some of that carbon for it. And then, so my builder here could also be working on this carbon silo as well if this all gets complete. And do I have any slots? Oh, I'm out of slots here. So I've got a couple more things to work on here. So I am probably just going to be sitting twiddling my thumbs for a little while before I can upgrade that Nexus again. I could maybe consider selling this power station for now um, until I get the Nexus upgraded, and then I can rebuild it if I really want to. But yeah, those are a couple options that I have. This power station is helping the carbon converter, so that's pretty good. I don't really want to get rid of that one anytime soon. I have this one that's buffing up all 3 of these units. Yeah, the hydrogen pump, the hydrogen converter, and the Krypton collider. And again, that 10% is not doing anything right now, so it's really just these 2. So I don't want to get rid of that one. And then this one's helping out this silicon converter a little bit. So yeah, I can get rid of that one if I really need the room. Alright, Abyssal Basin. So I actually got a lot of fuel this morning when I got up. I was able to harvest one krypton. Actually, I think two. No, not the second one. Is that the only thing I harvested? I guess so. Okay, so maybe not a lot, but I did harvest one krypton and then I put it back into a converter so I can get two for one. Also, I have no volume going from my Illuvium right now. Here we go. I'm just gonna make my rounds on all of these. Goals. Claim a bunch of hydrogen. I've got a pretty decent stash of credits up here. So that'll be useful for when I do get the, oh, I already have Nexus 5 here. So when I do try to upgrade to Workshop 5, I might just use a credit for that because that unlocks quite a bit. Once I get Workshop 5, I can start upgrading all of these, and then I'll be that much closer to building my Singularity Scanner. Because yeah, I think once all of these are upgraded, I'll have plenty of capacity for the Singularity Scanner, but we'll see. Crimson Waste. Okay, am I out of build slots here? Yep, I am out of build slots here. So once, let me see. So everything is upgraded as it can be, I believe it is. Oh, okay, so here's another situation where I have mine level 1, and I don't even bother to click on it and use it, because it's like more trouble than it's worth for 300 silicon units. It's just, I don't want to click that every single minute. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. And that'll open up a slot for me, and I think I can use that for hydrogen. Hydrogen silo, 'cause again, I want to get as close as possible to getting that Singularity Scanner capacity. So yeah, let's go ahead and do a hydrogen silo. And then once I do get my Nexus upgraded, it'll probably be about time that I need to start buying storage units for my fuels. Because only 5 to start with is pretty rough. But a lot of time, the good thing though is they sit in limbo for a lot of the time. So let's say I had 4 or 5, let's say I had 5 of them right now, which is my capacity. I could go ahead and drop them in limbo in one of these converters, and that's removing them from my inventory, but I still kind of have them, you know, so that's something to consider. So I'm not in a huge priority to get those going, but I will want them sooner than later, but it can definitely wait until I get Nexus 5. Alright, so we'll let that work while I move on to the next one. And again, this is my most developed one. Ooh, I got some Hyperion. Let's go. So let's go ahead and immediately start remining. 20 hours. I wonder why it's 20 hours and not... Oh, because I don't have... there's 2 points here that are not touching with roads. So those roads definitely make a difference. So I could put another road right here and then right here to completely encase this Solon or Hyperion extractor. But instead I chose to give myself a efficiency buff by putting a power plant here and a converter right next to it as well. So I don't know if it'll pay off eventually or not, but for now it's costing me about 2 hours of extraction time. So that kind of sucks, but it's okay. We're still learning. We'll see if that is better or worse in the future. Um, I think when everything gets wiped, I'm not gonna prioritize these power structures at all, unless I'm putting them next to element sites rather than fuel sites. So that is one difference I'll make in the future. Unless, a week or two down the line, I see that it makes a big enough difference. But I think even then, it still won't be a priority. That's something I can add later on. Oh, yeah, that's right. I've got a Hyperion to work with, and I want to drop it in a converter just because it doubles my fuel, basically. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Oh, let's get something else working over here. Oops. Nice. So it's cool to see these silo fives come in. It's giving me tons of space for more hydrogen. Yeah, I think I have Nexus 5 or Workshop 5 already, so I don't need, oh, that uses Solon anyway. There's something that uses, it might be upgrading these. Let me see. Oh, no, that uses Krypton. But that is definitely worth upgrading. Look at that huge boost to 90,000 per harvest. It does take a lot longer. I think right now it takes about 20 to 30 minutes. So it's 3 times how long it takes, but it's less micromanagement too. Your stuff is just doing more work passively, is how I think of it. So I'm okay with that actually. And since I've got Nexus 5 here, I'm not really hurting for structure units. I have 12 to work with, or 2 to work with actually. So not a ton, but I'm in okay shape for now. Again, I think when push comes to shove, I will probably just go ahead and get rid of these elemental sites. Just because it's just not nearly as much value as these converters. Not even close. Oh, I still have to decide on what I'm converting my Hyperion to. Okay, so that uses Solon. So if this uses Solon and the carbon converter uses Krypton, then I'm assuming the hydrogen converter uses the Hyperion. So it is valuable. I could upgrade it right now, but I've got other things that I could be upgrading instead. I'm not in a hurry to upgrade this because I've got plenty of it as well. Like I'm just not hurting for any of those resources. So I'll go ahead and convert this Hyperion into 2 Solon and double my fuel. It's gonna take a while, I think. Oh, 18 hours, that's not too bad. I thought it was like 2 days, but that's the passive. The passive collection is 2 days. So. Alright, that was Brightland Steps. I got that. Oh, my first level 100, that's cool. Okay, Halcyon Sea. And then Tiger Boreal will be my last one. So yeah, I think these as well, I'm able to start upgrading to silo level 5. I was able to collect the Solon earlier today. Oh, got another one. Nice. Alright, let's start that back up immediately. And... oh, I put this Solon storage unit just because I have 2 of them, so I figured that would probably be my primary fuel for this land plot. I think I'm gonna want to convert. I mean, it really doesn't matter, I don't think. So I'm gonna be spending my next few hours anyway just working on building these up to 5, and then I can also upgrade these storage units to 5. So yeah, I'm not trying to build anything new anytime soon. Oh, I do need Quantum Fabricant 3 in order to even build my... oh, no, it only needs 1. I guess it was just including everything below. Yeah, there's nothing I'm super interested in building right now. Yeah, I do probably need to build some storage units for my fuels pretty soon. I only have 1 slot left, so I do have to be very mindful of that. But I think for now I'm okay putting it off. So anyway, I'm going to turn this Solon into, I guess, Hyperion, because I do have Hyperion already going. I've got 1 Solon, 1 Krypton, 2 Krypton, so 3, 2, 1, 1. So I'm actually shortest on Solon. But, alright, so I'll just do a Hyperion again. So that'll give me 4 Hyperion by tomorrow, I guess. I'll have 2 Solon by tomorrow. Oh, actually, that'll give me 6. Oh, that's right. Tier 2 lands give 3 instead of 2. Okay, so I'll have 6 Hyperion tomorrow, and then I can use those to convert back into Solon. So I'm tripling my... wow. Yeah, so this multiplies pretty quickly. So I'll be tripling my resources. So I think that's all I can do for now. And Taiga. Oh, I'm so close. 7 minutes for this Krypton. This to silo 3. Don't need that at all. See, I'm not gonna make you guys wait with me for this next 7 minutes, but that's what I'll be doing next. And once I get that, let's see. It would be nice to use it for this Nexus 5, but again, I've just been talking about it constantly at this point. Just doubling my fuel at this stage just speed runs my my production, because that's the only fuel site I have. So being able to get 2 for 1 and then just convert the 2 for 4 and then 4 for 8 It's just going to be immensely helpful, and I'll just have to be a little bit patient, but it'll be worth it. So that's what I'm going to do. Once that comes around, I'll probably make some Solon out of it. And that's it. So I'll probably do another update either later tonight before I go to bed or tomorrow. But thanks for tuning in. Hope you learned something or whatever. ask me some questions in the comments if you want. I'll try to answer them if I know how to answer them. Alright, thanks guys.